This is semi-porcelain, 5 examples from the turn of the century when it was selling massively in North America. This is a flow blue plate from Wedgwood Co's Unicorn Pottery in Tunstall. It was operated by Hollingshead and Kirkham. There were no Wedgwoods in the business. They were large, employing 600 to 700 people. This is a large oval platter in the flow blue Saxon pattern. The Clementson Brothers in Hanley employed 600 people in 1881, operating the Phoenix and Bell Works in Broad Street. They manufactured almost entirely for the North and South American and West Indian markets. This is another plate in a flow blue Oriental pattern. Burgess and Leigh operated the Middleport pottery in Burslem, a site you can still visit today. Edmund Leigh, a son of the founder, travelled extensively in America and Canada and was responsible for establishing a substantial trade in these countries. This is a serving bowl with a cobalt and shell border. Booths of Tunstall operated 2 factories for the home and colonial markets. By 1914, they were known to employ 800 workers in 4 potteries. This is a crescent dish typically for bones by Henry Alcock Co. This company operated from the Elder pottery in Cobridge until 1910, when it was sold to the Soho pottery. So the first and obvious question is semi-porcelain some kind of porcelain? It is being sold as porcelain even today. Let's look at translucency. Can you see light through the porcelain body? Porcelain is translucent. This is a Meissen porcelain plate. This is how a torch can shine through true porcelain. In the same vein, this is a Bevington bone china plate. This is how a torch can shine through bone china. Wedgwood & Co.'s flow blue plate, fail. The Clementson Brothers Saxon oval platter, fail. Burgess and Leigh's Oriental plate, fail. Booth's serving bowl, fail. You get the picture. Henry Alcock's crescent dish, also a fail. We can say categorically that semi-porcelain is not a porcelain. So what is it? It's earthenware. But we have a problem. Earthenware is porous, so it's not a good choice for dinnerware or teaware or anything like this. How bad is the crazing, the network of fine cracks in the glaze? For porous earthenware over 100 years old, we would expect it to be bad. The Wedgwood plate has some crazing, but not very much. The Clementson platter has virtually no crazing, just a few lines. The Burgess and Leigh plate has what I would call average crazing. The Booth's bowl has some crazing, but not very much. And the Alcock's dish has average crazing. This can be explained by potters firing semi-porcelain at a higher temperature compared to earthenware. Semi-porcelain is not fully vitrified or glass-like, like porcelain or bone china, but it is partially vitrified to give a higher degree of density and physical compactness. It is known as vitreous earthenware. This firing temperature, above earthenware but below porcelain or bone china, also allows for a cheaper and more stable list of ingredients. To look like porcelain or bone china, it still has white clays like china clay and china stone, but there is no bone ash, which had become very expensive. Whilst every potter had his own unique recipe, ingredients like ball clay and ground flint were added instead. Selling vitreous earthenware then became a marketing exercise, with many other names created to sell what was essentially the same thing. The word royal was often added by potters without any royal warrant, which would be expected today. Here are some of the names used to describe this vitreous earthenware. A cheaper product that looked like porcelain. What's not to like, especially if consumers thought it was porcelain? But this is the reality, brought to you by the author on the potteries. If you enjoyed this clip or found it useful, please click the like button and do subscribe for more videos on the ceramic heritage of Stoke-on-Trent. Thanks for watching.